Oh, hey, welcome back. I am Courtney, and this is the Accounting Struggle, where we speak about our struggles with accounting openly and honestly. We do not run from them. And in today's video, I am going to be talking to you about how I manage stress and a heavy workload during busier peak times at work. I know that this is busy season, and even though I'm not in public accounting anymore, I do still have peak seasons or peak times at work that get very busy. And I'm also still thinking about my public accounting friends, and I know that this is around the time where things get really real. So with that in mind, I just thought I would do a video about how I have gone about managing heavy workloads. I don't really want to tell everyone else what they should do or how they should manage it, because it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. I'm just going to tell you what I've done and what has worked for me. So in my current role, we have month-end close, quarter close, just like any other company. So it does still get busy, even though a lot of people think once you leave public accounting, you just work 9 to 5 and that's it. Not the case. I do get very busy around certain times, especially the first few weeks of each month, or the first like 2 weeks of each month, and then things are peachy again. But the point is, my schedule does get pretty stressful, and my workload can be very heavy. So what I do is I first go into each busy or peak time just with the right mindset. If I know that it's going to be busy and I know that I have a ton of work to do, my expectation is that I'm not leaving at 5 o'clock. I'm not coming in at 9, because I don't do that anyway. But I'm not coming in at 9 and leaving at 5. That's just not the life that I'm about. I'm still going to just expect to work more. I'm going to bring my lunch and eat in, maybe eat through lunch. I'm probably not going to take a break or a long lunch with a friend. I'm most likely not going to get a full 8 hours of sleep that night. I might have to work a little bit on the weekend to meet certain deadlines. So I just shift those expectations to just say what is going to be required of me to get through this. Because if you go into it thinking, like, especially if you're in like public accounting, tax season, or audit time right now, if you're going into it with the expectation of like, well, I'm gonna just knock this work shift out real quick and go home, then you already have the wrong mindset. You really need to approach it with the mindset of like, this is going to require a huge sacrifice for me. This is going to be a lot of work. Not like, oh, this is going to be a lot of work, but like, this is going to be a lot of work. I'm ready for this. I can take this challenge on. It's all about your mindset. And for me, that has really helped me. I stop and think about it like, not I have to do this, but I get to do this. I think about it like, I'm so grateful to have a job that even causes stress. Look at me having a job that allows me to be stressed. I'm doing important work out here. So that's how I get through and just changing my mindset and trying to be more positive about it. It's a real weird trick that works for me. Hopefully it will work for you. Also, I try to think about when I'm planning my life, what else is going to be going on around those work times. So if it's peak season, this is not the best time for me to say yes to being a bridesmaid, or yes to I don't know, some other huge obligation, like something that's going to require a lot of time from me while I'm working longer hours. If I know that work is going to dominate my schedule for a certain period of time, especially if it's months on end, this is not a great time for me to take on another competing priority. Sometimes in life there are things that will happen that you don't have much control over, but you do need to be realistic in your expectations of how much time you're going to be able to spend outside of work during peak seasons, especially if you're in a public accounting situation where it's a straight like 4 or 5 months of just 80, 70-hour work weeks. Then yeah, you probably should pass on love you girl, but I can't be in your wedding, or I'm so sorry I can't be on this committee right now, or just things like that. Although I did work with a girl who was in like, I don't know, 12 weddings during busy season. She's a total rock star. I don't know how she did it, but I would not suggest it to normal people. Another thing that I do that really helps me is I prep for my week every single week. So what I mean by prepping for my week is like on Sundays, that's like my prepare day. So I will sit down with my calendar, my planner, of course, and stickers, of course, and I will look at all the tasks that I have for the week for work. And I will also look at what I have outside of work, and I will think about, okay, what appointments do I have? What days are going to be the most demanding on my schedule? Where do I need to move things around? Like, do I need to leave windows or block things off? Who's going to need stuff of me? Are there any things is there anything that I'm forgetting? Like, are there any bills? Are there any errands that I will have to run? Who can I delegate those tasks to? So yeah, I just think about it like that. And then on Sundays, I do my meal prepping. So I'm already ready for the week in terms of like my lunch. Even if I'm not like cooking every single meal, I have all of my groceries and everything kind of put together. So that way I'm not super stressed every single day thinking about what to eat. And then I also will try to get gas on Sunday nights and put that in my car so that I'm good for the week. I don't have to get gas in the morning. I saw a meme the other day that said, I'll get gas in the morning is like the worst decision that adults ever make, and it's so true. It could be so many things that go wrong in the morning. You might not have time, you could be late, there's so many things that could go wrong. As much as you can do the night before to prepare, you want to do it. So on Saturday, all of my laundry is good, so that way I have clean clothes to wear to work for the week. I have all of my errands or pesky little task out of the way so that I'm not worrying about that kind of stuff during the week. And that really helps me to go throughout my week with every single task being like, okay, good, I got that done. It's not like a breeze, but I'm able to get everything done. Whereas if I don't do any of that stuff, I'm just adding unnecessary stress on top of everything else that I already have to do at work. One thing that's super important to me for managing stress with work or a heavy workload is a strong village. I know a lot of people have their stress management tips, and I don't often hear this in there, and I don't know how much control you really have over the type of village you have, but I think you have some control over who you allow into your space and into your life. So I have a very strong support system, and everyone in my life I'm very clear with them on expectations around what my busier times are at work. I'm very good about being forthcoming, like, oh, I'm not able to. I love to say, girl, I can't come, it's so busy, I'm so sorry, I'm not going to be able to make that. I'm big on that. But I also just have people in my life who are very supportive, who are not like pressuring me to like hang out or do stuff when it's busy. They are super understanding, and I have a great support system in my direct immediate life that is able to help me get through a lot of my tasks, people who I can unload some of my stress on when I need to just vent, or people who I can get advice from, or other people who work with you, like your peers who are doing the same type of work that you're doing. If you're able to communicate with them, even if you don't have people that you work with, maybe say you work in audit and you're away at a client for months on end and these aren't your friends, you don't know them, there has to be like a Facebook group or some sort of community where you can find support, if nothing else, where you just need to like vent about the type of day. But be careful, don't release any sensitive information. But yeah, just if you can just find some type of community or outlet that is going through a similar thing, or family and friends who will just support you during this time, who you can lean on whenever you need to. If you're having a rough day, if it's been a long day, if you just need somebody to have your tea or your glass of wine ready and waiting for you when you get home from work, that kind of stuff makes a huge difference for me in my life. So I say a strong village is a huge difference. Something that I've been intentional on, which is so ironic that I'm saying this today because I am getting over a very bad cold, but when it's busier at work, I try to maintain good health. I always try to maintain good health, but I'm more intentional about it when it's peak season. But also there's just a lot of stress on your body when you're working longer hours, you're getting less sleep, you're not eating as healthy. If you're doing those things, naturally your body is going to be like, look, I've had enough, I'm shutting down, I'm taking a day off, and then you'll get sick. So for me, I try to be intentional about the types of snacks that I keep at my desk, healthy eating. Because I'm not in public anymore, I now exercise. I have a regular workout schedule that I maintain. But even when I was in public accounting, I would literally just have to physically get up every 20 minutes or so. You can drink a lot of water, that will help with that goal easily. But if you're getting up and you're getting some movement in every like 20 minutes to an hour or so throughout your day, if you're working a 12-hour shift, movement is so important. You can literally die from sitting too long. It's not good for you. So get up, move around, keep your energy up, eat healthy, drink lots of water. These are the types of things that help me. If I have a poor diet, when I have a poor diet, because it's not if. I've clearly had poor days before. One thing that I really felt it in was in my energy. Like, if I'm constantly saying, okay, so there's donuts in the break room, I'm gonna go have one. If I'm going and I'm doing those things throughout the day and I'm eating bad snacks and I'm just tons of sugary coffee drinks, that really started to wear on my body, especially when I'm only getting 6 hours of sleep. So I've been very intentional about getting in some exercise, eating healthier, and just staying on top of my health, making sure that I'm wiping down everything with wipes, washing my hands, because I'm a clean person. I wash my hands anyway, but just washing my hands regularly. That's super important, especially now, because you know there's all types of stuff going around. So yeah, just think about your health. That will really help you in terms of managing stress, because once you're an accountant, like, okay, you're sick, that's cool, still need you to log on though. That report still due. So it's not like you get to be like, I'm sick, I'm gonna go home. That's fine, go home, but that VPN, it still works. So the expectation is still that you have to get your work done. So the last thing you need is to be sick for 2 days or 3 days and have to work through that. Like, don't do it. Just keep your health intact. One of the most important things for me to make sure that I'm doing now, whenever it's busy, I try to keep a little bit of do you boo-boo time in there, because what I mean by that is, like, I have to have something that I do for myself that is not work related, that is not career related, that I'm doing during these busy times to be like, look, I'm still a person and I'm taking care of me. And that doesn't have to be the like Pinteresty self-care stuff that we see, like a massage or all of that kind of surface level stuff, which is great too. Like massage, manicure, all that's great for self-care too. But it literally could just be, I'm gonna take 20 minutes and have quiet time where I just sit. If that's your thing. If that's not your thing, 20 minutes, trap music, that's fine too. Whatever's your thing, but you need to take some time for yourself, and that has to be within reason. It has to work within your schedule, but you need to be, you can't say, oh, it's January, I will take a moment for myself in April when this deadline is over. Like, that's not gonna work. You know what? One Friday per month, I'm gonna leave at 5 o'clock. I sure am. And I'm not going to log on after that. I'm not going to check my email after that. I'm going to disappear. I'm not going to think about this job or my life as an accountant at all. I'm just going to take the rest of the day off. And that's fine, but you need to plan for that throughout your week. You're working maybe an extra 30 or 20 minutes per day to work up to that. But I think that that's really helpful. It really helps me to know that I'm not looking at my email this weekend. I'm not opening my computer. Like, I'm just chilling. I don't have a job. I'm just a person who doesn't have anything to think about, that is responsible. I'm not an adult. I'm just a person having a great time. Another thing that I do is I have my work zone essentials. So there are a few things that I feel like are essentials that are for my work zone. Everyone's different, but I feel like we all have some similar things in there. So when you're ready to get in the zone, you're super focused and you want to just like knock out several hours of work, there's a few things that you need. You know better than I do what your things are, but here are mine. I need headphones. If I'm in the office, if I'm at home, I don't. It's a full-on concert. Prepare yourself. But I need headphones, a good pair of headphones that I can wear at my desk. I just use the ones that go with my iPhone. Usually only one of them works. The other one doesn't even. There's no sound. But a good pair of headphones, a nice playlist. I curated a playlist a couple of busy seasons ago, but I didn't do that this year, but I'm sure there's some great ones floating around. But just, even if it's not going to be music, it can be something like sound. It could be a great podcast if you're working on something that, you know, doesn't require too much focus, or a great book. I'm an Audible member. I get 2 free books per month. And I sometimes will listen to books. I know last busy season I listened to Rich Dad Poor Dad in one day, and it was like a 10-hour book, I think. So the point is, listen to something to get yourself into the zone. I really like trap music. That's kind of my thing. You also need a really good water bottle, or at least I know I do. Water consumption is super important to me. I bought one of those really large ones. I don't have it with me because it's at my desk at work right now, but it's one of the huge gallon size ones that has the markings like, good morning, keep chugging, don't give up, you got this. And it goes all the way down to like the last line, I think says like, you did it, or something like that. But drinking water will help you to have to get up every few minutes. So again, getting that movement in, that's really good for you. And of course, water consumption is just great for your health overall. Another thing that I'm loving right now are computer glasses. So because I wear eyelash extensions, I always wear my contacts. My glasses don't really fit that well anymore because I have to wear them like at the tip of my nose. It's really uncomfortable. But after a long day, or several days of just staring into a computer screen, or 3, my eyes really start to get weak. So I have gotten a pair of computer glasses that I don't know why those are more comfortable than my regular glasses. Like, I think because I don't have to wear them all day, but I usually will wear them for a few hours throughout the day. They just have like a blue tint, and they really help to protect your eyes from the stress that the rays from your computer are putting on your eyes. So I've been wearing those. I'll link to all of this stuff in the description box, but I've been wearing those and really enjoying those throughout this busy season. And a couple other things that I find to be essentials are, I love to have good healthy snacks at my desk. I keep, y'all know I'm the hot sauce girl. Anyone who's ever worked with me, I always have hot sauce, but that's not a snack, that's just a fun fact. But I keep like maybe some almonds, or what's another healthy snack that I usually have? Fruit. I love my berries. Just little portions of snacks that you can just grab for and work while you're eating them, like easy stuff like that. Nothing that requires you to have like 2 hands. So if you can like Apple, keyboard, stuff like that is just gonna make your life a breeze. So that way you're not dying of hunger, you're super focused. Whenever I'm hungry, I cannot focus. So having good healthy snacks, having my playlist, having all my in the zone essentials, that kind of stuff really does help me to get through busier times at work. Sometimes I'll look up and be like, oh my God, is it already 5:30? So those are all of the things that I've been doing to help manage my stress levels or my heavy workloads. Just having a very good plan, having a good support system, keeping myself in good health. Things like that have really been helpful to me. Let me know in the comments, what are you doing to manage your workload at peak busy season times? What are you doing to manage the workload, keep the stress? Remember to drink enough water. Remember to call your mom back. How are you keeping it all together? I would love to know. I'm always looking for ways to improve. So let me know. Leave me a comment below. I hope that you found this video to be helpful, or at least entertaining. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And be sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.